It's your late night boy blazing metal, the raging sun, the blazing star, right back with another one. What's going on, guys, girls, and whatnot? This is just a very late night check-in. Late night from my perspective, because it's damn near 2 a.m. for me, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't find any time throughout the day, so I just decided to come live late at night, you know what I'm saying? Now, whisper, so let me get closer. I know this live stream is going to be a little bit more ASMR based because it's in the middle of the fucking night and my walls are rather thin and my voice is rather loud. It is extremely loud as a matter of fact. So let me calm my ass down. It is late as fuck for me. It is extremely late. So we will have a little ASMR session type shit. You know what I'm saying? We will have a little ASMR session. But y'all know me, I can't stay quiet for shit, man. I can't behave for shit, man. I just cannot seem to behave. No matter what I do, I just cannot behave, man. I just fucking can't, and not on the negative type of connotation, but more on the funny type of connotation. Yeah, boy does not know how to make a goddamn behave. I just don't know what behaving even means. I'm sick. But anyways, my guys and my girls and my whatnot. You're now the dream, and we will just talk about some spiritual talking points to actually get your mind right and to actually have a worthwhile life. Because, as we all know, or maybe you don't even know, because Lord knows what on earth you're into. Lord knows what the fuck you into, so maybe you don't even know. But for me, this shit is like extremely obvious. Life starts from your goddamn mind, and not mind as in your brain, because people have like a misconception. People believe that when somebody refers to the mind, you're automatically talking about the brain. But the brain is just another piece of organ, and your brain doesn't even generate thoughts. Your brain is receiving thoughts. And by default, when you receive something, you cannot produce it. It doesn't make even any sense. So before any goddamn scientific ass motherfucker, and nothing wrong with science, I have nothing against science, but if anybody comes like and says, oh, you're just talking about the brain, I'm fucking not, because even in science, there is no such thing as evidence, which is saying, yeah, thoughts are generated by the brain, let alone even something as awareness. So when I'm talking about the mind, I'm not talking about the brain, because everybody has like a weird misconception nowadays. They believe the mind is something which comes from the goddamn brain, which is some fucking stupid shit anyways. But anyways, let's just not even dive into that shit. Life comes from your goddamn mind. Life comes from your goddamn mind. And it's quite easy to understand because you're doing this 24/7. Everybody has a mind, right? So this is like going on 24/7. Whatever is on your mind, whatever you think of, whatever you feel, whatever you believe, etc., 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 whatever kind of consciousness you possess, for the lack of more accurate and less contained words, whatever kind of consciousness you possess, whatever beliefs, thoughts, feelings, perceptions, traumas, experiences, anticipations, conclusions, anything, whatever you have, this shit builds your goddamn life. And I don't even think I have to dive into a lot of details because this is irrefutable. Whatever you think, feel, etc., is what your life will be like. So this is not some new age type shit. This is not some miha hiha hoo muha hippy dippy type shit. This is absolute reality, and I don't even fathom. I don't even know how people don't start from there. I just don't seem to understand, but sometimes you don't need to know everything. You don't need to know everything. Let me tell you so much. You do not need to know every goddamn thing in existence. Not even in existence, but rather within the human mind. You don't even need to know everything. Whatever somebody is thinking, you let them think. Whatever somebody's believing, you let them believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? It is not even healthy to dive into why somebody else believes something the way they're believing right now. There's no such thing as like a benefit you get out of that type of thought frame. Like whatever somebody believes, let them believe that shit. Whatever somebody thinks, let them think that shit. You are not Jesus Christ in the flesh, man. Trust me, I have tried. I have tried. You have no authority over somebody else's mind. So whatever somebody's thinking or feeling, that's their making. That's not your making. You know what I'm saying? That's not your making. That's none of your business type shit. Mind your goddamn business. Because if you mind your business, keyword mind your business, your mind is your business. You see what I did there? Mind your business. We even say mind your business because your mind is your business. With that being said, whatever somebody's thinking, believing, coming to certain conclusions, possessing it within their mind, etc., is none of your business. Even if it's the most retarded thing known to man, if somebody believes, I don't know, I don't know if somebody believes Jesus Christ made the world based out of, I don't know, pouring out some Hennessy one day into the sky or some shit like that. It's none of your business, man. It is none of your fucking business, and that shit should be like freeing to your mind. That shit should be extremely freeing to your mind if you have some sort of savior complex. And everybody who even has some sort of savior complex is like wrong by default. You think you're doing the right thing, but you're actually wrong by default. Somebody with a savior complex might be seen as, oh, you're so noble, you're saving the world, on some goddamn Pope type shit. But let me tell you something. When you are in a certain goddamn circumstance in which you believe you have to save somebody, you yourself are in hell. And not hell as in religion, as in you're burning in some sort of fire pit. Hell as in you are in a goddamn weird space to be in. When you deeply want to save somebody, this always goes back to some sort of trauma you possess. You accumulated deep down the line, I don't know. Maybe your mama wasn't stretching your ass right. Maybe your dad wasn't, I don't know. Goddamn, maybe your dad wasn't there for you. And now you have like a weird savior complex. Now you need to be there for everybody. Maybe your mama wasn't there for you. Now you need to be there for everybody. Somebody who's overly protective, overly in some savior type of bullshit ass mentality has issues. And don't get it twisted. Don't be like this, man, because society teaches you, yeah, help is something very nice. You need to help everybody. You need to be there for everybody. You need to be charitable. You need to goddamn put some 2 cents into everybody's goddamn spiritual cup. You need to goddamn donate everything you have beyond money. But that shit is actually retarded. Because even if you sincerely try to help somebody, that person can only be helped to the point they allow themselves to be helped. Your only needs, or like your only, how do I put this? Somebody who's receiving help can only be helped if they allow themselves to be helped. So you can try everything you can try everything. You can try with everything you have. You can try with your deepest amount of heart. You can goddamn try to the goddamn infinite level. But if that person is not allowing themselves to be helped, your words are falling on deaf ears. So don't even bother. I'm not saying you shouldn't help people, but I'm saying you don't need to go overboard. You just can't save everybody or like anybody at that. You can't save anybody if that person is not allowing themselves to be helped. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't even my original talking point. That wasn't even my original talking point. I don't even know how I got here. Like, I guess we are here for a reason. We're always here for a reason. But I guess that's that, man. Just don't try to save everybody. You just fucking can't. You will just make things worse, actually, because all you're really seeing is how people don't want to be helped anyways. They like to be where they're at. Maybe you see somebody with a goddamn Takis eating addiction. That person cannot stop eating Takis. He or she is obese as hell. Like that person doesn't have a double chin, that person has a goddamn quadruple chin. And now you try to help that person by stopping them from eating so many Takis. I mean, in your mind, you may come up with certain conclusions, such as I'm doing something right, I'm doing that person a favor, etc. But in that person's mind, who you're helping, you just like an annoying fly. You're just somebody spitting out words. And that person doesn't even want to be helped. That person likes to be in their desires. Because one thing about humans is everybody has desires. And everybody is in a desire by default. Otherwise, you wouldn't be alive. And desires are not logical by nature. Desires are emotional things. And desires don't make logical sense. With that being said, it doesn't matter what kind of desire you have, if it's destructive or it's like actually helpful, harmonious. That desire is like something a human being doesn't want to let go of. Humans don't want to be naked, mentally speaking, and maybe even physically speaking. Humans just don't want to be naked because without having something, as far as the desire, their life feels meaningless. And the desires human beings possess are often manufactured. I like got them made up, as I was saying. That person has like a Taki eating addiction. That person cannot stop eating Takis. But who gave him Takis in the first place? Why are they even in a situation and they eat Takis 24/7? You get what I'm saying? Like desires human beings have are not even natural. Like literally speaking, they're not even natural. They have nothing to do with life. Like, what you mean you eat Takis 24/7? What you mean you drink Hennessy 24/7? What you mean you pray to Jesus Christ 24/7? Who on earth is Jesus? Who the fuck is Jesus, man? Who the fuck is Jesus? I mean, if I tell you a story, you don't believe shit. But if somebody else told you a story about 10,000 years ago, some dude was like hitting a backflip on some goddamn mountain in the Middle East, now you believe it? When I say I was seeing this, that, and a third today, you don't even believe me. But when you hear somebody saying, yeah, 10,000 years ago in the Middle East, in some goddamn remote desert, some dude was like hitting 10,000 backflips on water, now you believe him? It's like crazy, man. Desires of human beings have nothing to do with reality. It's just Lord knows how many desires a human has, which don't have anything to do with reality. And it's like about 95% of the desires a human being has is not something real, anyways. In the most literal sense, in the most goddamn literal sense, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Hanged Empress, shout you out twin. You said quit being Captain Savoho. Yes, sir. Hot lessons, but needed. And that's the thing, man. Everybody's Captain Savoho. And who am I to judge? Who am I to talk? I'm a goddamn Cancer Rising. I used to be like goddamn Captain Savoho's captain. I used to be goddamn Captain Savoho's captain himself, man. I used to try to save everybody. I used to be like the nicest person on planet Earth. My Venus is in the goddamn 12th house. I'm a Cancer Rising. I used to help everybody. And I'm still responsible for a lot of people nowadays as far as their mental issues, because it's just the way my life works. It's just, I guess, I'm always in a space in which I have to help people. Not even help, but I'm always helping people because I guess I'm just a mature as person, but that's a whole different story. But anyways, I know from experience that you cannot help people for shit. Like I used to, not even I used to, I still have top tier solutions, but people don't even want them. It's like I see somebody doing a mistake, which I have done 10,000 years ago, and I try to help them. And what I'm saying is actually of value, but they still refuse to listen. And then I had to ask myself a question. Why am I even trying so hard? Like, why on earth am I even trying so hard to save somebody or like to help somebody? That shit in and of itself is a mental illness, and this is what I was pointing to. Trying to save everybody, trying to be Captain Savoho in and of itself is a mental illness, because this is like a coping mechanism of the person trying to help everybody. It's like a goddamn coping mechanism, because that person who's trying to help everybody deep down still couldn't get over the fact that he or she didn't receive any help. And that shit is like crazy. That shit is motherfucking crazy, and it goes extremely deep, man. So if you see somebody trying to help people 24/7 in an extreme fashion, that person is not nice. That person is just unable to cope with their own life by them not receiving any help growing up and still being the way they are type shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, back on track. I was talking about desires and how manufactured desires are. I will address this in a whole different live stream because I have like a whole lecture prepared for this, but let me tell you so much, man. The desires of a goddamn human beings have nothing to do with life. As I was saying in a couple live streams ago, there is a distinction between life and reality, as stupid as it sounds. Like, life is who you are, what your mind is on, what you care about. Basically, you. Some people like to call it the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. This is life, your mind. This is something purely internal. And reality is this right here, what I'm inside of, or like what I'm witnessing, like physicality, my goddamn body, me being in a human body, the third dimension, so to speak. And there's a distinction between life and reality. And people's desires have nothing to do with life. They're purely based on reality. Like your binge eating addiction is just something in reality, and it has nothing to do with life. Because for you, even for you to even develop a binge eating goddamn addiction, you have to be in a society, and a society is crafted by men. So your goddamn desire of you wanting to eat Takis 24/7 has nothing to do with life. It is something made up in reality. You know what I'm saying? So there's a clear distinction between what we label as life and what we label as reality. You get it? As ridiculous as it sounds, trust me, I'm a weird fellow. I know I'm extremely weird, but listen, but check this out, man. There is a difference between life and reality, and people think life and reality are intertwined or like the same thing. But this reality is something manufactured. Just for me to even speak a language, this is some manufactured shit. Just for me to even possess a phone to talk to y'all face to face, you know what I'm saying? This is something purely manufactured. This has nothing to do with life. And reality is strictly created by humans. I don't know what y'all think, but this phone got created by a human. My goddamn jacket got created by a human. My earring got created by a human. So everything in reality is created by a human. Not everything, but as far as the sociological type of aspect, everything is created by men. Because don't get it twisted, there are still things in reality which are not crafted by men, such as trees, animals, bugs, fruits, food. You know what I'm saying? So even then, in reality, there's a distinction between society and nature, because nature and society are not the same thing. I don't think I have to elaborate, do I? I don't think I have to elaborate anything because I assume a certain level of common sense. I assume a goddamn level of common sense. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my guys and my girls and my whatnot. Desires. Everybody has desires. Or like, if you don't like the word desires, everybody has goals. Everybody has ambitions. But the ambitions, the specific ambitions a human being has nothing to do with reality. It has nothing to do with life, I meant to say. We all have ambitions. Maybe your ambition is to go and watch the goddamn Super Bowl. Or like maybe your ambition is you want to make some piece of art. Everybody has ambition. But it just so happens that everybody's ambition is like wired by other men. Not men as in masculine figures, but other humans. Everything you see has to be presented to you as far as society. Society wouldn't be society if it wasn't for advertising. You need to understand this. Society wouldn't be society if it wasn't for advertising, if it wasn't for people advertising certain shit, such as programs, jobs, food, and other things. Society, as we know it, wouldn't be a thing. So the core of society is marketing, or like, yeah, marketing, pretty much, or like advertising. It's like the same shit. If it wasn't for advertising, if it wasn't for marketing, if it wasn't for people to present their ideas, society wouldn't even be a thing. You know what I'm saying? For instance, if it wasn't for a commercial, you wouldn't have a phone. If it wasn't for somebody to goddamn advertise, yeah, the new iPhone is out, you wouldn't buy the new iPhone. You wouldn't even exist. You wouldn't even be aware of the fact that a phone exists. So society is purely based on advertising and marketing. And then again, it just so happens that everything we see, everything which is being advertised is some stupid ass shit, man. It has nothing to do with enriching your life. Everything which is advertised, everything which is like commercialized, is not an enrichment to your life. It is a destruction to your life. It is not really an enrichment. You can say, oh yeah, but my phone, I love my phone. My phone provides me so much entertainment. But then again, look deeper. Your phone is like putting weird expectations on you. Now you have something like peer pressure. Your phone is destroying you from seeing reality as it is. Your phone is like goddamn consuming all of your time from actually handling your responsibilities. I need to tell you something. It was fucking crazy. Like a couple days ago, I was on my way to university, and on my way, I saw a mother. And that mother was like having a child, a little child. And that child, it was like a baby. That baby was crying 24/7. That baby was screaming. That shit was crying. That motherfucking child was like in goddamn. That child was tweaking. But the mother wasn't even paying attention to his child. The mother was too busy scrolling on her phone. And this is what's so crucial about this world. Everything we see, everything we are like privy to as far as marketing, as far as the products, which are shoving right in front of our faces, are no enrichment to our life. Phones don't do us any good. You can say your phone does you something good, but in all actuality, everybody is using their phone in a very irresponsible way. And it goes beyond the cell phone. I'm just making a point that everything you see, every product you see is here to destroy you. Not every product, but damn near every product which is advertised by this society or in this society is destroying your life. And if it wasn't for these products to even exist, society wouldn't be a thing. Society is only society because people come together to go crazy for objects. I mean, society is only held together because of people's greed for material. If it wasn't for everybody to agree that jobs matter so much, if it wasn't for everybody to agree that money matters so much, if it wasn't for everybody to agree that, I don't know, getting the newest iPhone matters so much, society wouldn't even be a thing. Because society is like built on people. People build society. People coming together. And people have to come together on a specific denominator. And the common denominator everybody comes together as is some bullshit. It's some absolute fucking bullshit. Everybody comes together to, I don't know, fulfill their greed. Everybody comes together to agree that gaining attention on social media is like a good thing. Now we have a society which is striving for attention. You know what I'm saying? A society is like bound to happen. It's like human nature to be social. Humans will come together. So societies are somewhat normal to a certain degree. But what is not normal is the kind of values and the kind of norms people stand for in a society. You know what I'm saying? God motherfucking damn. Like we, as far as, not we, but as far as this society, people stand for some stupid ass values. Because once again, as I was saying earlier, a society is only a society because people are being advertised certain things. And the things we're being advertised to are destroying us essentially. You know what I'm saying? And advertising is not exclusive to products such as iPhones, talkies, I don't know, man, products to fix your crooked hairline, surgery jobs. You know what I'm saying? Advertising is not exclusive to products. Advertising can also be expressing certain values. Like, little do y'all know, I'm advertising shit right now. I'm advertising myself. So everybody's advertising something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like a walking billboard. Everybody's presenting something. People are businesses. Businesses are people. I am a business. You are a business. You know what I'm saying? And what we present is our business. It doesn't go no further than that, man. Creativity is our business. Character is our business. Keyword, mind, your business. Mind is your business. The mind, your character, individuality, etc., is your business. And this is building society. Everybody's mind. Everybody's mind is building society. And now, let's just ask ourselves one question. Y'all know me, I'm like the Riddler. I like to ask y'all questions, man. I'm like the esoteric Riddler, you know what I'm saying? Let me ask y'all a motherfucking question. What the fuck is pushed in this world? What on earth is being pushed in this world? What on earth is everybody's mind based on? If it wasn't 2 a.m. for me right now, I would scream. Y'all know me, I'm a loud ass person, but I have to be quiet. It's like damn near 2. It is 2 a.m. for me right now. It's goddamn 2 a.m. in the goddamn morning for me. But you know the drill. The things people are pushing in this society based on what their mind is some absolute disaster. Everybody's mind is on some disastrous bullshit. And this is what's wrong with society. The people. Because the people are society, you know what I'm saying? And then again, it's not necessarily the fault of people to create a sick society. It is the fault of those who move and shake society. Because we can all agree, your goddamn mama is not moving society. Your father is not moving society. Your friends are not moving your society. Your children are not moving society. But certain people with a lot of influence, which is just a made up term, anyways, a lot of people with influence and power and numbers and businesses manufacture this society. So essentially, big companies, not as in business companies, included. Business companies are included. But we all know a certain group of people are manufacturing society. And these people have the most blood on their hands, if you get what I'm saying. So it's not your mama's fault. It is not your daddy's fault. It is not your parents' fault. If we was to point fingers, we need to point fingers to the people who are pushing shit in the society. Because the person who is building the environment is the most responsible for the environment. And an environment is always built based on the strongest individual. The strongest individual, as in character, not physically speaking, is building the environment. For an example, if 3 people are in an environment, how is the vibe determined of that environment? It is pretty simple and pretty straightforward. That environment's vibe is built based on the strongest person, based on the person who pushes out the most, based on the person who's the strongest in character. That person is building the environment. And on a global scale, the person or like the group of people who are pushing out the most, who are like manufacturing the society the hardest with the most investment, are the ones who are responsible for this whole world. You know what I'm saying? Not this whole world, but even the word is like a made-up term. But that's all different story. Y'all know the fucking drill, man. Y'all know the fucking drill, man. Give me 2 seconds. Let me drink some. Y'all know the motherfucking drill, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know the fucking drill, man. Y'all know the motherfucking drill like a UK person would. Y'all should able to hear me a little bit better because I'm tired of holding my phone. It is freezing outside. It's like minus 3 degrees Celsius. It's in the middle of the night. It's goddamn freezing. It is goddamn freezing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, boy has responsibilities. I just can't make time all the time. Sometimes responsibilities come into place. You know what I'm saying? So we're just making it a good, cozy, mosey late night session. You know what I'm saying? We out here in the freezing cold with my goddamn heating system. We will make this a cozy, mosey late night session, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, you sh- you shouldn't be too focused on people, anyways. The only thing you need to be focused on is your goddamn self. I know this sounds very cliche, like I'm some sort of motivational speaker, but there is some truth to that statement. Because as the title is saying, you are building your life, or like the mind builds your life. The mind is building your goddamn life. It's not even building your mind. It's not even building your life. The mind is life. It is life. It is fucking life. And what's even life? Life is an experience. Like a live stream is a live stream because that shit is an ongoing experience. You can only see me live because you're seeing an ongoing experience. So life, in every sense of the word, like life and things like live stream are ongoing experiences. You know what I'm saying? Life is an ongoing experience. It is always flowing in all kinds of direction. Actually, only in one direction. Life is only moving forward. You will never return to the past. You just can't. There is no such thing as returning to the goddamn past. Life only moves forward. And your mind should be built in a way which is goddamn in correspondence with life itself is working. So if you know that life itself is moving forward, you need to build a mind which is moving forward. So quit your goddamn regrets. Regrets only make you happy. Even physically speaking, for something to move forward, that object has to be light and that object has to have some sort of energy. If it wasn't for that object to have energy, that object wouldn't move forward. So something very heavy, something very slow, something very stagnant cannot move forward in physics, physically speaking. And you need to peep those goddamn natures if you want to move forward, which is life's natural flow. To move forward, you need to build your mind in a way which is predicated to moving forward. You need to be focused on what's ahead of you. You need to focus on the goddamn present moment. Not even what's ahead of you. You just need to be in the present moment. Because life is an ongoing present moment. There's even no such thing as time. Time is just tracking cycles. But time, in and of itself, is just the sensation of things moving forward, of things progressing. And life is all about the progressive happening. Progressive shit is what's truly alive. When something is moving, you see that shit is truly alive. Like, how do you know that I'm alive right now? I know that question is like kind of trivial and like kind of stupid, but how do you know that I am alive right now? Because I'm moving, because I'm animated, because I'm goddamn mobile, because I possess energy. And you have to build your mind based on those same virtues and principles. Your mind needs to have energy. Your mind needs to move forward. Your mind needs to be live, because anything which is not built on these virtues and principles breeds death. That shit will breed death. Not even physical death, but stagnation, depression, heaviness, no progression. You get what I'm saying? So you have to keep that shit in mind. You have to keep that shit in fucking mind. Every pun intended. You know what I'm saying? The mind is just an accumulation of virtues and principles. Like, to keep it very simple and abstract, the mind is an accumulation of virtues and principles. Like, really, the mind is an accumulation, period. But how that accumulation is moving is all backed and supported by certain virtues and principles. So, what kind of life you will have, what kind of mind you will have is based on your virtues and principles. So what are your virtues and principles? Are your principles all about wanting to play Fortnite 24/7? Are your principles based on wanting to watch your goddamn TV 24/7? Are your principles wired to win the jerk-off Olympics 24/7? Like, what on earth are your principles? Your principles are just your priorities for the stupid people in the back. For the less intellectual people in the back, you know what I'm saying? For the short bus. Me, for all of you. Principles are just priorities. And give me 2 seconds, I think somebody's on my door. The boys hearing ghosts. Nobody was on my door. I don't know. I don't know if I'm tweaking or if I just heard some sort of animal, but nobody was on my door. Yeah, boys tweaking. Late night tweak sessions. Late night tweak sessions. Let's eat something, ladies and gentlemen. Let's eat some crackers. And I'm not talking about old white people. Let's eat some crackers. Actually, do they contain yeast? Because yeah, I'm not eating anything with yeast in it. Okay, we're straight. Yeast-free crackers. Yeast-free crackers, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, I need to calm myself down because, as I was saying, it's 2 a.m. and my walls are very thin and I possess a very loud voice. I'm unable to be quiet for some strange reason. I believe it's because Mars is in my second house, because I have like Mars in my throat. When I speak, you hear Mars. It's very hard for me to stay quiet, you know what I'm saying? And speaking, like your throat chakra, should be something pleasant. It should be something like calm and gentle. Hence, Venus rules your throat. You know what I'm saying? Astrological fun facts. I have to review these crackers, man. Give me a second. They're alright. Cheese crackers. They're good, man. They're motherfucking good, ladies and gentlemen. They are good. Good cheese crackers, you know what I'm saying? But as I was saying, got that voice cracks. As I was saying, life is an accumulation. And the mind is an accumulation in and of itself. So based on your virtues and principles, that whole big body of accumulation is moving a certain way. And your virtues and principles should be built on healthy shit, as I was saying. Nowadays we have people who possess virtues and principles which are all about wanting to play Fortnite 24/7, wanting to win the jerk-off Olympics, you know what I'm saying? My bad. My fucking bad. For some strange reason my phone said, hey yo, do a software update. I don't wanna do no fucking software update right now, what the fuck? I don't wanna do no fucking software update when I'm in the middle of a live. The fuck y'all on, man? What the fuck are y'all on? Samsung is on some bullshit, man. Talking about being on some bullshit. Damn, I have to be quiet. Talking about being on some bullshit. Everybody's on some bullshit nowadays. You cannot convince me that you see somebody in your environment as we speak who is not about some bullshit. And I hope it's not yourself. And I hope you don't talk about yourself right now. Because that shit would be tragic. It's not even all about people. You let people be on bullshit. As I was saying earlier, if somebody's onto some bullshit, you let them be on some bullshit. You're not Captain Saverhole. You're just not, man. You're not Captain Saverhole. It's all about you at the end of the day. And in the beginning of the day. And in the middle of the day. It is always about your ass. It is always about your ass. But physical ass. But hell, nowadays everything is about ass. In every sense of the word, man. Things are ass and things are about ass. You know what I'm saying? So, that doesn't mean you have to be ass in spirit. And what determines if you're ass in spirit or if you're not ass in spirit are your virtues and principles. Or like, in less abstract terms, your priorities. You goddamn priorities. Your priorities, ladies and gentlemen, are really what's wiring your life. When your priorities are not straight, when your priorities are all about wanting to sip the most amount of lean in one day, of course your life will be ass. if your priorities are all about wanting to sip the most amount of lean in one day, I mean, there's like no debate that that person will have a goddamn life which is ass. So, everybody has goals, but nobody can actualize their goals because their priorities are not wired on their goals. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your goal is to be like a goddamn rapper or some shit like that. You like to make music. But right now you prioritize something else. Instead of making music, you prioritize playing Fortnite or some shit like that. Instead of prioritizing your music, you prioritize jerking off 20,000 times a row. You know what I'm saying? Until you're tired. Until you don't have energy to do shit, man. You get what I'm saying? Until your fucking hands and your meat is sore. No more pause. But that shit is like detrimental, not having your values straight, your priorities straight. I know it sounds very stupid and very obvious, but people have to start at the very ground basis. Before you do anything in your life, before you shoot for the stars, before you say, yeah, let me hop online, let me be a YouTuber today, let me be a spiritualist today, let me be a goddamn, I don't know, astrological minimalist today, let me be an astrologer today, before you shoot for the fucking stars, literally speaking. Before you shoot for the stars, before you analyze where Mars is at, before you analyze where the sun is at, analyze where the fuck you are at. You know what I'm saying? Don't shoot for the stars immediately. Like, maybe take a shower first. Maybe brush your teeth first. Maybe wash your face first. Maybe wash your hair first. You know what I'm saying? Start with the basics before you shoot for the stars. Before you tell everybody else, yeah, Uranus is sextiling the moon today. The moon is in Aries today. Before you go into these deep, deep, deep levels of life, start with the basics. Start with the motherfucking basics. Are y'all fucking retarded? Are y'all motherfucking retarded? Are y'all retarded? Y'all retarded because where you started is like all fucked up, man. Where you started is where you're all messing up, man. You're retarded because you were starting in the wrong type of starting point, you know what I'm saying? So it never really goes beyond your starting point. It doesn't. It motherfucking doesn't. God damn. Dry as hell. Them crackers are dry as hell. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hell no, man. Them crackers are dry as hell. Let me stop eating, man. I'm on some bullshit, man. Let me stop eating, man. I'm on some motherfucking bullshit today. Not even today, right now. I'm on some bullshit. Anyways, I gotta get my good and my whatnot. Before you shoot for the stars, literally speaking, start with the simple things. Because you're only as good as your basics. Let me repeat myself because this is extremely important. You're only as good as your basics. Let that shit, let that sink in, man. Let that sink in, man. Goddamn crackers. What the fuck? Damn, man. That shit was low-key nasty. Too much salt. Too much fucking salt. Start at your basics. Your basics will determine where your future will lead. Your foundation is the alpha and the goddamn omega on some Greek type shit. Why is everybody worshipping ancient Greek? Like I heard in ancient Greek, the males used to fuck little boys. Why is everybody worshipping ancient Greek? A society in which grown-ass men fucked little boys. Then again, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense because nowadays being a pedophile will get you 2 years, while selling crack gets you 10,000 years plus. You know what I'm saying? Like in this system, when you grape a little boy or when you grape a little girl, you will get like 2 years worth of jail. But when you sell crack, you will get like 10,000 years. It's so severe, you will get a charge when you die. Your spirit will send to jail after you die. That shit is crazy, man. That shit is motherfucking crazy. So it makes perfect sense why we still run based on the Greek system, a system in which grown-ass men used to grape little children. Little boys to be exact, on some on some fruity type shit, on some very fruity LGBT barbecue type shit. But anyways, my guys, my ears are hot, anyways. That's none of our business. That's none of our fucking business. That's none of our business. Your starting point is the alpha and omega on some Greek terminology type shit. It's the end all and be all. How you start something, on what kind of premise you're starting something, is what's determining how the process is going to be. For an example, two people are starting, let's just say, they're both starting a football career. One person has like a starting point, which is built on, I want to be the most famous football player. I want to get all the attention. I want to get $10,000 for playing a game type shit. And another person, the second person is just passionate about football. They start because they like football. Person one will manifest way different results than person two, even though they're doing the same thing, because they have very different intentions. The intention is what's manifesting the results. It is not what you do, because there are like millions of people who play football, but these million people manifest different results. Million people manifest million results, because it's not about what they're doing, it's about how they're doing it. How to fucking download a pilot man in the building, you know what I'm saying? It's about how they're fucking doing it, which just means it's all about their intention. How you do something is how shit will end. And if your intention is negative, such as wanting to gain only attention, only money, only fame, only bitches, riches, and fame, you will manifest a shit ton of obstacles, because your intention is not right. Morally speaking, it's about some morals right here. Virtues. It's about virtues and principles. Fucking virtues. So if you have unvirtuous intentions, for the lack of better words, you will manifest unvirtuous results. It is pretty simple. Versus, if you do something just for the love of it, just because it feels good, just because it makes you feel alive, you will manifest different results. You will manifest much more pleasant results, you know what I'm saying? And this is like the only reason why you should even do something. Just for the sake of that shit should make you feel good. It should make you feel sparked up, alive, etc. It should make you fucking feel good. It should make you feel amazing. Because we can all get super spiritual. We can all get extremely spiritual. Like, I don't know, man. We can get extremely la la land, hippy dippy type shit. But let's just be real for a second. Why are you doing something and you don't even enjoy what you're doing? That should make zero sense. You are doing something, but you don't even enjoy what you're doing. At that point, you need to fucking stop it. And I get it. We all need to do something we don't truly like. I mean, we all need to work. We all need to do something in the world we don't even give a fuck about. But it's about the percentage level. We all have to sacrifice like our well-being for the sake of obtaining something in the world, because we have responsibilities. We all have jobs. We need to go to university, maybe even to school if you're young. You know what I'm saying? We all need to do something. But that's not the point. It's what you're doing it for. It's your intention behind it. Why do you have that job? Why are you working in that grocery store? Why are you working in that office job? Why are you working in that tax goddamn business? Why are you doing shit? Why the fuck are you doing shit? And that shit is determining your happiness. You could do the most atrocious work known to man. Like my first job used to be some grocery store type shit. I used to goddamn fill up empty sections of the goddamn store. There was some ass shit because I had to goddamn do some ass work. But I wasn't giving a fuck. It is not what you're doing, it's like why you are doing that shit. I was working that stupid ass job because I had plans, I had my dreams, I had my goals. I was like, I'm working because I need the money to buy a new phone so I can make nicer videos with nicer quality. So I can finally start doing music type shit. And if you have good intentions, if you have good meanings and reasonings, if you have a nice purpose behind whatever you're doing, whatever you will do will not be so torturous, even though you might do the most atrocious shit known to man. You know what I'm saying? You could work 20,000 hours a day in some job you don't even give a fuck about. But if your motivation behind why you even doing this job is something right, your spirit will just bypass that stupid goddamn experience and you will just feel amazing regardless. Because this is what I have experienced. As I was saying, my job was not the best job, or my side hustle was not the best side hustle. But my motivation, why I was even participating in this job, was some good shit. You know what I'm saying? And when your intention was right, everything will be alright. And that's that, man. That's motherfucking that, man. Give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. Give me a couple seconds, I'll be right motherfucking back. We are right back, ladies and gentlemen, and my views are motherfucking fake. I was here and I only had 1 view. I came back, now I have 3 views. Yeah, I'm famous now. 3 fucking views. Let's motherfucking go. Shout out all of y'all, man. Shout out all of y'all. Why is the police tweaking? What the fuck? Shut your ass up. So yeah, it's all about being genuine in spirit. And nowadays, nobody is truly genuine. They're just not. Because people only care about what you have, not about who you are. Especially if you're a man. Nobody gives a fuck about you right now. Unless you have something, physically speaking. Like me, for instance. I know people don't give a fuck about me right now, but if I would have 10,000 views, if this digital number wouldn't say 2, and if it would say 2,000, people would give a fuck about me. Because people in the collective, goddamn, in the collective type of POV, the whole collective of people, is vastly disingenuous. Nobody gives a rat's flying ass about you. Nobody gives a fuck about you unless you have something. When you have something, now everybody gives a fuck. Now everybody wants to be a part. Now everybody say, "Oh, you're a genius." But when you only have 10 subscribers, 20 subscribers, 100 subscribers, now you're like cringe. Now you should quit. Now you should consider giving up. You know what I'm saying? Until you reach lots of numbers, then people start to support you. Because you have to keep one thing in mind. We don't live in heaven. We do not live in heaven. Do you see Jesus anywhere? Let's just look for Jesus. Do you see Jesus anywhere? Do you see Jesus Christ anywhere? I don't think so. I don't motherfucking think so. The only living things in this room is me and some spiders. But besides that, nobody is here. Nobody gives a rat's flying ass about you. So you shouldn't even be wired to look for people who give a fuck about you. You should only give a fuck about yourself. You shouldn't suck other people dry for your contentment. As far as I need everybody's approval, I need everybody to like my live stream, and only then I'm content. You should scratch that whole mentality. Because we live in a very disingenuous world. People don't give a fuck about you until you have something they can profitize off. You know what I'm saying? And you should keep that shit in mind, man. You should have right intentions which make you genuinely happy. You know what I'm saying? Get your motherfucking priorities straight. Don't be no reprobate. It is not about numbers. It is not about material. It is about who you are. Because who you are will bring you the satisfaction. Numbers, material, likes, money will only bring people to you who give a fuck about what you have and not who you are. It's deep. It's motherfucking deep. Let me repeat myself. Likes, money, attention, etc. will only manifest people who don't give a fuck about you. They will only give a fuck about what you have. And this is what you need to keep in mind. Even if you're like famous, I guarantee you will be disappointed. Because you will only see people who want what you have. They don't care about you. If it wasn't for you, they don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? They just don't give a rat's flying ass about you. Absolutely don't. They only want what you have. That go for anybody. If they see somebody who has 10,000 euros, 10,000 subscribers, they will go for that person. It could be anybody. It could be literally anybody. It could be fucking anybody. Who it is doesn't matter to people. It's about what they have. This matters to people. Keep that shit in mind. Keep that shit in motherfucking mind. It's very, very deep in this world. And it's not even sad. It's not even something tragic. That shouldn't be even your concern. And don't be like, oh damn, this is fucked up. Yeah, it might be fucked up, but it's not that deep. Because the world is not about that shit. Life is not about that shit. It's just not. Life is about finding what you truly like and you stick to what you truly like. Because we don't live alone in this world. What you like, somebody else will like that shit. It's just human nature, or like existence nature. What you give a fuck about, you could bet your bottom dollar somebody else gives a fuck about the same thing. You will find people regardless. For all my dependable folks, for all my people persons, you will find shit regardless. You will find people regardless who like what you like. But that shit should never be your motherfucking concern. It should never be your motherfucking concern. I'm saying it just shouldn't. It just absolutely shouldn't. So yeah, as I was saying, it's not sad, it's not dramatic, it's not fucked up. You shouldn't even give a fuck about that shit. You just fucking shouldn't. Give me 2 more seconds, I'll be back. I'll be right back. Likes, money, and attention. Why does nobody give a fuck about me? Why does nobody give a fuck about me? Why is that shit so zoomed in? There we go. There we go. There we go. Because closeness is ugliness. I don't look right now. Because I'm way too close. Now I look way better, don't I? That's like a mechanism in life. If you zoom in, shit will look ugly. But if there's distance, it will look nice. Because when things are too close, you feel smothered. And nobody likes to be smothered. I mean, do y'all like this when I'm in y'all faces like that, man? Hey, no, y'all don't. Y'all like distance. Y'all like a little bit of space. And this is what everybody is in search for. A little bit of space. 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 Space is like peace. Space brings you freedom. It's like breathing in fresh air. And you shouldn't be too close to things. You shouldn't be too attached. I'm not saying you should give a fuck and you should be aloof. You should give a fuck. But you shouldn't be too attached to a specific outcome. Because life is not all about outcomes. Life is about an experience. And damn, can y'all hear me? I think my connection fucked up. Give me 2 seconds. I need to fix my damn connection. I'll be right back. I think we should be alright. Y'all let me know if the connection is right. Y'all let me know. That would be greatly appreciated. I'm an idiot. I forgot my damn tablet on the inside. I can't check if my connection is alright. Y'all let me know if something is like fluky mooky with the connection, because if it is, I need to fix that shit. So y'all let me know. But I think the connection should be alright. Right? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know, please. Please let me know if the connection is alright. Or if the live stream is kinda choppy moppy. If the connection is alright, please let me know. Please let me motherfucking know. I'll check myself. Give me 2 minutes. It should be okay. It should be okay. The connection should be okay. We won't be up here for too long anyways. It's extremely late. It's like 2:35 in the goddamn morning for me. It's extremely late. But anyways, I'm free of university. Thank God. I'm motherfucking free of my responsibilities. So I have time. I have time on my hands. No, I forgot my whole talking point because so much shit happened, man. There we go. I was talking about space. We all need to be, not we all need to, but we all are in search of space. Distance, separation, not in the negative sense, but we don't like to be too stuck in things. We don't like to be too close and attached. There we go. We don't like to be way too attached because a lot of attachment builds a lot of suffering. A lot of suffering is only the case because you are very attached to something. When you're very attached, you suffer a whole lot. So don't be too attached. Don't be aloof. Don't be like, I don't give a fuck. Still care. Still remain involved. But don't be too attached to certain outcomes because you need to care. You need to give a fuck. But don't do it too much because if you do it too much, you will suffer. You will be way too sensitive. That's like, from an astrological POV, why cancers trip so much, why cancers tweak so much, because a cancer gives a fuck way too much. They give a fuck way too much. I'm a Cancer rising, I know. I don't even know I'm a Cancer rising. I don't know Cancer sun or moon, huh? Oh, right, dog. I don't know, man. I'm bullshitting, man. I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know, man. I'm a goddamn virus, man. I don't fucking know, man. Anyways, lying ass motherfucker. I'm a lying ass piece of shit, man. I don't know. I don't know, yeah, cancers. What I do, my first girl was a Cancer, and she was bad. Cancer moon. She was fine as hell, man. God damn, man. Talking about the moon, man. I saw the moon for real, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying I saw the moon for real. I saw curse for real, you know what I'm saying? I saw milk for real. Oh, let me stop. Let me stop my freaky ass Scorpio South Node ass natures, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So let me stop, man. But I was saying, this is why cancers tweak so much. Because they're way too attached. When you're extremely attached, you start to trip. You start to be like eradicated. You start to be very sensitive about shit you shouldn't even give a fuck about. But cancers can't help but to give a fuck. Because when you're too close to something, you give a fuck. And this is what you need to be reminded of. Not everything needs to be carried off. You don't need to care about anything. You just don't. It's not your responsibility to be, oh, today I care about anything. Today, I'm everybody's goddamn caretaker. You shouldn't be like that. Because that shit will just create suffering. And if you are in a kind of goddamn hell, if you are in a goddamn mentality in which you need to take care of a lot of people, it's questionable as an individual, because why do you even do that shit? And if you dive into that line of reasoning strong, like long enough, you will just see that some, like, why do you want to take care of everybody? As I was at the beginning, but that shit is very important, hence it always comes back to me. So yeah, what the fuck are y'all up to, man? What the fuck are y'all up to? We have 5 more minutes left, so let's just take it easy, because taking it easy is relaxing. You shouldn't be like aloof, as I was saying, but you should be relaxed at least. Relaxation is key, I guess. Even though it's common sense, relaxation is keeping you healthy. It keeps you sane, so to speak. You cannot do shit if you ain't relaxed. You know what I'm saying? So you have to stay relaxed. And don't be like, ah, it's too hard. This word is so goddamn adjective. This word is so goddamn not even adjective. What do you say? The word is so erratic. The word is so goddamn so claustrophobic. Don't even find excuses, because people are good at finding excuses. Shit don't matter. You will die one day, so nothing is really serious. But that's not me saying you should just live like nothing really matters. I mean, technically it does, because you are alive. And as long as you're alive, you should make yourself a good life. Because what's the point of being alive if you don't give a fuck about making your life a good life? And I'm talking about live streams, I'm talking about life itself. Even in live streams. I mean, you are already here. You are already a human. Might as well be a good human. Might as well have a good experience. Don't be too holy moly, holy woke. You are a goddamn human. You are a failure. I am a failure. You are a failure. Because you fell. You fell in this body. This human body is full of goddamn negative desires. You fell. Oopsie, connection. So as I was saying, you having time is your sign of grace. And you still have time. So you use it wisely. You still have motherfucking time. You having time is you having life. You need to be alive to have time. Common sense. So this is your sign of grace. Whatever grandiose mistake you used to make, you have a chance to be better today. You have a chance to eradicate your mistake today. So as long as you're alive, you need to appreciate your time your time you have, because time cannot be refunded. It cannot be refunded. And value your fucking life. Show that you value your life. Words are not saying anything. Actions speak volumes. They speak motherfucking volumes. Your actions speak, don't say a motherfucking thing, man, because your actions are directly based on who you are. You are what you do, and you only do things which are conducive to your individuality. For instance, who I am is a spiritual individual, so I do spiritual lights because my actions are correlated to who I am. Everybody's action is correlated to who they truly are, so don't make no mistake. It's all about you, and you cannot escape yourself. So make that shit something worthwhile. You know what to do. It's not that the information is so scattered. The information is so unattainable. Everybody knows what to do. It is just that people don't know, don't do it. It's as simple as that, man. Everybody knows what to do, but people don't do it. It's as simple as that. So there are no fucking excuses. There are no excuses. The world is the way it is, and the world will never change because people are retarded, and that shouldn't be your concern. It's all about your mind, as I'm saying in the beginning, or like in the title. It's all about your fucking mind. It sounds very obvious, but if it's so obvious, where are your actions? If it's so obvious, why ain't you the god of the universe yet? If it's so obvious, why ain't you a fucking baller yet? Why ain't you fucking the shit yet? You know what I'm saying? If it's so obvious, oh, yeah, I know this already. Huh? If you know this already, why the fuck are you not doing shit? Because people just like to hear things out of entertainment. They don't give a fuck about being a better person or like actually applying the information. They only like to hear things because it makes them feel a certain way. And I get it. We are all emotional creatures, and emotions are still way more important than your thoughts and your fucking thoughts and your logic. It is all about how you feel at the end of the day, but you should conduct information you receive in a way which is serious. You should practice what you preach. And you don't even have to be too logical to. It's just you have to be involved enough to make something out of yourself. Oh no, I'm talking like a parent. Yeah, make something out of yourself. I'm talking like somebody's father. But that shit is actually serious. You need to be serious enough to make something out of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, something. Just, let me tell you, let me tell you a motherfucking something. You see what you see for a reason. So if you see spiritual videos such as mine right now on the internet, you give a fuck about your life. You care about your life. And this is no coincidence. You are seeing things because you give a fuck about them. You are seeing me right now because you give a fuck about yourself. I mean, you might as well just scroll on Instagram right now. You might as well just jerk off right now. You might as well just play Fortnite all day. But you choose to watch me because you care about yourself. You actually give a fuck about you. And don't let that shit go to waste. Do not let that shit go to waste because other people don't give a fuck about themselves. So don't listen to them. Don't let your life go to waste. I know you give a fuck about you if you watch me. You wouldn't watch me if you wasn't giving a fuck about yourself. So don't pretend you don't give a fuck about yourself. Just be brave enough, execute whatever you see, or whatever you hear, or whatever you dream in a vision of. You know what I'm saying? And that's that, man. You just have to be brave enough. You have to be strong enough. Not even strong as in physicality and like screaming. Strong enough as in just having enough faith to act out what you want to act out. So don't let that shit go to waste. Your life is precious. Won't be your last night. You don't. You just assume because technically speaking, you could die right now. I could die right now. Whoever could die right now. Our time is very fragile and life is super fragile. And don't let this go to waste. You shouldn't let this go to waste. That shit is just way too precious. Pleasures will not go anywhere. Entertainment will not go anywhere. Partying will not go anywhere. Your friends will not go anywhere. So don't worry about these pleasures. And don't worry about losing them. Make your life something spectacular. Not even spectacular as in, oh, I'm a superstar, but something as in, it's worthwhile. Something you can be proud of. Something which is not some stupid shit like, I was playing Fortnite all my life, I was jerking off all my life. You know what I'm saying? Keep it motherfucking real, man. We will stick around for like 2.5 more minutes. So if y'all have anything to say, feel free to say anything because your boy will leave. Y'all know the fucking drill. It's late. It's extremely late. It's almost 3 a.m. for my ass. It is very late. But I'm not even tired. I'm like nocturnal as a motherfucker, man. I'm extremely nocturnal. It's not even funny. Check. I hope my connection ain't too bad because my phone started to tweak in the middle of my life, so I have to check when I'm on the inside, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Hanged Empress. Shout y'all twin. Y'all, if y'all don't know where to watch solid tarot card readings, check her out. She's like a solid witch, man. Shout her out, man. And a cool person there, man. I like her. Shout her out, man. Y'all check out the Hanged Empress. It's a solid video, my friend. Let us stop by. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being here, man. I really do. I appreciate all of y'all. For real, for real. For me, it's saying I have 0 views right now. But you're still commenting. I don't know how many people are watching. It's saying I have 0 views. Because that shit is fake anyways. Little do y'all know, numbers are fake. Like, it's saying I have 0 views for me right now. Dead ass. I don't know how many people are watching. So you shouldn't even give a fuck. And I'm just wasting time for 14 seconds because then I hit 1 hour, man. I want to hit 1 hour, 1 straight hour. So I'm just bullshitting, eating my crackers and waiting 30 more seconds, man. Y'all can leave the live stream is pretty much over, man. So yo, y'all take good care of yourselves. Yes sir, yes sir. But anyways, that shall be it for tonight. Y'all take care of yourselves. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. And yo, I'll see you guys soon enough. Peace out.